see. Look crazy like on the daily. Hello, Cheetos. POD. Hello, everyone. We'll wait a couple of minutes for more people to show up. How are you? Good to see you. What's up, Cal? Denise. Linda Lee. Paul McCubbin. Good afternoon. Today, how was your Parents' Information Day yesterday, by the way? We got into quite a lively debate yesterday about physics. And today, it's going to be a super short session. Probably just going to take a few questions. I'm actually probably going to have to leave in about 30 minutes. Going to go have to say hello to my nephews. Oh, that's always good to hear, man. Big Mike. We have somebody on YouTube as well. I don't know if it's you or not, Danny, but if it's you, good to see you. Parents Info Night was great. What's up, Teresa? Will. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately today I'm going to have very little time, but I have to bounce in a few too, meeting up with a colleague. Oh, cool. What do you do, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? Just out of curiosity. Kel is a regular. He shows up every single day. I'm honored. What's up, Violetta? So today I'm going to have some time to answer some questions, I think. And then I'm going to have to bounce. But we might still have a fun conversation. To anybody who doesn't know, this channel mostly revolves around the simulation hypothesis. My name is Danny, and I'm claiming to have found proof that we live in a simulation, and we meet here on the daily to discuss physics, philosophy, religion, spirituality, and whatever comes to mind. And I just realized that my light is not on, so let's turn it on. What's up, Funkworm? Good to see you. There we go. That's much better. Oh, look at that. We jumped to C5. That's great. Our ranking went up. I don't know what this means, but must be good things. X Ramon, user 9 something. I managed a team of programmers in a large healthcare organization. I also invent stuff. That's amazing, man. Yeah, I really love coding. I'm not that deep into in it, and never did it even semi-professionally, but in the times that I did do it in my life, it was very fun. It always feels to me like would be like an incredible profession to hold, because it's like, it's a lot of figuring out stuff and a lot of puzzles, and at the same time, what's up, Danny? Good to see you. And at the same time, you also get to work from a chair, which is amazing. It has been interesting, and would love to learn coding. Yeah, there's a lot of really good courses online now. I definitely think that it reveals some things. Thank you for the gift, Smithereens. I appreciate it. If you want to come on, you're more than welcome to give me a subject and I'll pull you up. What's up, Marat Commandos? Good to see you. Zachary Smithereens likes my live. Thank you so much. Coding is great. Much more creativity involved than most would think. You think that most people don't realize that it requires a lot of creativity? I mean, anything with high-level problem solving requires creativity, right? And coding, I feel like I feel like if you have coding down and machine learning down, actually data science, you can really, basically, you can do anything. It really feels that way. What's up, Ashley? It feels like, thank you so much. Yeah, it feels like I got a little bit into, I did this one of these like long, a few months long boot camp of data science, and that was very enlightening. And yeah, if you have good coding down and you have data science, you can literally, you can do anything. You can research any topic, you can find out a lot of information, project that information, create a business, knowing while having very good projections on what can or cannot work. Most people think that coding is just math. You think? Is that your impression? I don't even know if people think about it that much unless they're doing it. Yeah, coding definitely has. There's something about the logical component of being able to code that is universal, right? So, like the fact that you're using different languages to do it, that's one thing. But the logic of what should work and why, I feel like that's universal. I guess there's a reason why they're called logic gates, right? I'm terrible at math. That's what people say when I tell them I'm a programmer. Is your background in computer science, or you just kind of you learned how to code directly? Because if it's computer science, then you got to have some mathematical chops, which is, by the way, is a whole other ball game. You look like that guy from What They Do in the Shadows. Oh, good. I don't even know what that is. Well, I mean, computer science, you definitely have some abilities in math. Let's see. Nah, I don't really see the resemblance. If you're referring to who I think you're referring there, I just looked up the poster. I got by in math. What's the furthest? I mean, you have to obviously understand matrices. You have to understand. Do you need to know set theory at all? Um, what is the highest math you have to learn, like in an official computer science degree? Boy, me 9. What's up? Okay, so everybody, I'm going to reiterate for all the newcomers, this channel mostly revolves around the simulation hypothesis. My name is Danny, and I'm claiming to have found proof that we live in a simulation. Usually we meet up on the daily to discuss physics, philosophy, religion, spirituality, and whatnot. Today is going to be a super short session. I only have about 22 minutes before I have to bounce. So I'm probably just going to take some questions if anybody has particular ones, or we can open up particular subjects that can be fun to talk about, and then we can expand tomorrow. I did plumbing, so I think some of you might have more experience than me. Well, Funkworm, you want to know something fun? You know that idea that people are tossing around about that the universe might be inside of a black hole? Um, one second. And it's based on the holographic principle. This is to you, Funkworm. And the person who came up with the holographic principle was actually Leonard Susskind, who till he was like 29, I think. I don't remember exactly what age, but a pretty late age as far as like academia goes. He was a plumber in Chicago. And then one day he decided that he just wants a career change, and he just went into physics. And he is now one of the most famous physicists of all time. You can look him up, Leonard Susskind. And he was a plumber till pretty late age. And yeah, so you never know. Basically, Stephen Hawking was trying to solve the problem of how we solve this issue that physics had with how exactly black holes are not destroying information, because according to physics, you cannot destroy information in the universe. But if it goes into a black hole and it has no more, you have no more access to it, then technically that information is gone from the universe. So Stephen Hawking came up with this mathematical framework that then predicted something called the Hawking radiation, that essentially we then realized that it was true, in which a black hole basically sucks in the material, but at the same time everything stays in the event horizon, and the coupling of particles and antiparticles that are created right at the event horizon, one of them jumps out of the black hole, the other one goes into the black hole, and that's how it's preserved. That's like a super caricature version of that. Then Leonard Susskind took this idea and developed it, and he came up with this idea, which is the holographic principle, which means that you can actually take a two-dimensional surface and have all the information encoded on this two-dimensional surface, and you can project it inwards into 3D and create everything that exists on the 2D. So the postulation became, is it possible that outside of our universe, all of us and all the information that makes the entire universe is just spread out on a two-dimensional filament, and that information is projected inwards, and that is the holographic principle. And that guy was a plumber. What's up, Twitron Max? Let's see. That's where I think our universe was born from. Came up with that theory on my own. And wait, I missed something. Where do you think our universe came from? I think I missed a message from you. You can learn anything on your own now. MIT, Stanford, post lectures online. True. However, I would say there is a big difference still between going to university, where you can get the information directly from a professor. But you're right. Technically, you can basically learn anything you want by yourself now. Repping the deer antler. Today is the deer antler. Yes, sir. Now let's see what we have on YouTube. Just watched The Discovery. Was sent to me from a trusted friend. Interesting. Can the code be seen when sober, or is the molecule required? I'm assuming a low dose, if so. Thank you for the question, Nathan. Short answer is I met 2 women that told me they can see the code without the molecule. The majority of people, I feel like they won't be able to. And also, when you do see it without the molecule, I feel like it's not going to be as coherent and concrete. But and for the dosage required, it would definitely be a very low dose. Even though you can basically launch and then when you come back, you will see it. If you go to codeofreality.com that I just typed in for you, the protocol is there and everything else that you need to know in order to make it happen. And then Danny is asking about my previous comments. White hole. Are you talking about the holographic principle? So the holographic principle does not postulate a white hole. No. You continued. So this was referring to the theory that this is in a hole. White hole theory consists of ideas that are in full hole in the beginning, which fragments into the chain of events and black holes we perceive now. Thank you. Absolutely. You can also always email me. There's an email listed on the website, and you can always email me. I always respond. I'm trying to understand what you were trying to say, Danny, with the white holes. The white hole idea as a singularity actually differs in quite a few parameters from what we would consider the Big Bang. So there is this idea floating around that the Big Bang was a white hole. But if you look at the details, again, depending on who you ask, but most physicists would tell you it actually doesn't hold water. The Big Bang was most likely not a white hole. And at the moment, they're theoretical. We don't know if they truly exist. But there is this idea that on the other side of a black hole, you have a spewing of the matter into some parallel universe through a white hole. It's possible. The holographic principle that I mentioned does not include the idea of white holes. What it talks about is, basically the same way that a hologram works, which is projecting a 2D image into 3D rendering, and that's what everything in our universe is according to that principle, according to that idea. Oh, you're talking about the aphrodisiac, or the one that's supposed to help you with the male performance or something? Toratron Max. Black holes compress energy and matter to infinity, small as. Yeah, not exactly. Actually, there's the inner workings of the postulated inner workings of a black hole. They're actually pretty complex. The best illustration of this that I've ever seen that comes close without needing to go to like a university to study it was by what's that guy's channel name? There's this guy that's really good at explaining these things, and he does all these illustrations. Let me see. Man, why am I spacing on it? Bless you, baby. Let me see. I'll find it for you. I know I can find it for you. It's a really good explanation of it. And I don't know why I'm spacing on the name of the channel. Oh, there it is. Science Click. So if you go to Science Click on YouTube, and it's just science and then the word CLIC. Science Click. And if you go to videos, it is first of all, he has a really cool rendering I see of falling into a realistic black hole, and the video would be called, well, first of all, he has one I see, let's reproduce the calculation from Interstellar, which would definitely be related because he's probably talking about this scene where he falls into the black hole at the end. But I remember he had a really good video breaking down the inner workings of a black hole, which would be amazing. By the way, this channel in general is highly recommended. What where was it? Falling into, come on. String theory, entropy. I love this channel, by the way. I forgot it existed. Thank you for reminding me. I don't know. Oh, I guess it's. Oh, there. Well, so there's one called literally Black Holes. It's a short one, though, because usually all of his videos are kind of like 12 minutes and longer to 30 minutes. So there's one called Black Holes, which is 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But I remember there was like a full explanation. Maybe it's that one. Who knows? Anyways, Science Click English, because I guess there's a lot of different languages. Yeah, so you'll find it there. I think it might be in Let's Reproduce the Calculation from Interstellar. It might be that. But anyways, that's a really good channel. Highly recommended. And when it comes to complex topics like this, he's incredible at breaking it down and also showing you graphically what's kind of going on. I think it eventually creates so much energy and matter in a small space that eventually tears into a new dimension and creates a new universe. Yeah, so that's basically, well, it's not that it tears into a new dimension. I guess you can think of it like that, but it's that it is that if you follow a Penrose diagram that shows you what is your potential to be inside of a light cone, which is the only timeline you will ever see, then inside of a black hole, the distortion beyond a certain period of space is so enormous that literally time and space swap places. So you're flowing into time as if you were flowing into space. I know it's a mind-bending idea, but essentially, it's because of the geometry of light cones and what happens to them when you enter a black hole, when you get close to the singularity. So you essentially, if you enter not the singularity itself, but if you use the flow of these currents that we can now describe with some fidelity, and obviously we don't really know what's going on inside, but this is all highly theoretical. But if you follow a particular flow in a particular region around the singularity, there's a possibility of you getting out in a parallel light cone. and that would be the white hole that spews you into a new universe, basically. The concept is actually fascinating, but I would highly recommend that you watch Science Click's video about this, because it would make some sense of that. It is white holes again. I think it eventually. When did we talk about white holes? I don't remember ever talking about white holes, like not in detail. Uh, 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 uh. You got to take the babies, babe. You got to take them. It's 3:50. Just discovered deer antler caused the Big Bang. Nice. See you, Cal. We'll watch later and see what. Probably not that much. Just discovered deer antler caused the Big Bang. That's actually hilarious. Uh, were you born in the United States or something? Or something? No, I was born in Russia. Why do you ask? What's up, SoFlo? Saw the white hole and pulled out the deer antler from that thing. Again, nice. It's out the business. Always send you an invite. You're always welcome. Let's see a couple of comments on YouTube. Babe, you want me to take them? Okay. No, because we're gonna have to go in 9 minutes. What else theory consists of idea that okay, we read that. But it would be tricky because that means that this is still the changing forms, faking separations. I don't know. Shut up. No, don't shut up. Please keep the comments coming. Switching into spectator mode now. Okay. Yeah, please feel free to comment whatever you would like. There's I think that I mean obviously when if you're trying to talk about like the full picture of everything, then we're obviously would be talking about everything within the perception of you know the physical space, the 3D, 4D physical space time. Um, but I do really like the fact that sometimes you have these on the surface seemingly insane ideas that you would think that they would never have any connection to something that we'll be able to implement, and actually not that far into the future, you all of a sudden are capable of building technologies with these things that are just like unfathomable from that point of view. And just like you basically with quantum physics, originally when quantum mechanics came out, it wasn't clear that it will ever be realized in anything that we can actually utilize or build or anything like that. And look at that, we have lasers, which is, you have to understand quantum mechanics to be able to make, we have uh, computers, which would not be possible because of the way that we build the circuits. And I'm pretty sure that even these ideas that sound insane, like wormholes and maybe even white holes, definitely black holes, will one day be utilized to do certain things. Trying to hold in the laugh is making you look like you did after. Wait, trying to hold on in the laugh is making you look like you did after the carton? You mean cartoon? Or what carton? Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Oh, yesterday we basically discussed physics for quite a while, and it was a fun discussion. But I want to maybe tomorrow, because today is going to be such a short session, and I'm going to leave soon. But tomorrow I want to try and pick up on a subject. I'm going to really put my, thinking cap tomorrow and try and come up with a subject that can be more versatile and will take us into more interesting directions. Not that I don't find physics interesting; it's one of the most fascinating things for me. You gave but it's just that I want to entice more people to participate and also contribute to the conversation, not just by asking questions, but also actually putting some content in. So yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions for good topics like that, and it cannot be too esoteric because there's not enough people would know about it, but at the same time, um, it also can't be too, complex, because otherwise, again, once again, most people would not really know about it. It's kind of hard to find this middle ground idea to toy with so more people can participate. But if not, we're going to continue with the regular curriculum, in which I'm just ranting about something that people bring up. And maybe we'll have a guest tomorrow. We'll see. To Todu 186. Great handle. Hey, Butcha. I'm going already. Wait, going already. Looking into the channel you'd suggested. It looks like interesting stuff. Yeah, he's great. He's awesome. That guy's awesome. He does. I have to tell you that he does very deep dives into these very mind bending concepts, and and um, and he does a superb job at breaking it down and making it palatable. On YouTube, Jack is asking thoughts on panpsychism. Definitely. Okay, whatever, rich boy. Oh, there's something that you know that I don't. Please tell me which account I forgot all my money in. That would be great. Also, your handle is what? Dan Chris Moore. Nice. Nice picture. I've been laughing all day. Thanks, brother Danny. You got it. Thoughts on panpsychism? Definitely. And actually, maybe that would be a good topic to discuss. The difference maybe between panpsychism and idealism. And we spoke about it before, for sure. But maybe breaking it down more and going more into the specific arguments that, let's say, people like Bernardo Castro puts forth, because I think they're worth talking about. They are the they're the seeds of a lot of confusion for people, I think. So I think it's an important topic. So thank you for bringing it up, Jack. But obviously, we're gonna have to address it tomorrow, because today I'm gonna actually have to go. I haven't seen my nephews in quite a while, and today I'm gonna go and visit them. Um, And I appreciate your Troytron, Max. I'm not sure if I was the one contributing to the laughing, but that way or another, I'm happy you were laughing, and I hope I had something to do with it. Um, whoa, what is happening? Sometimes the way the feed works. Wait, I can like my own. This is ridiculous. I didn't realize that I can like my own feed. Wait a second. So what's the point then? I can just sit alone. I can just do this, right? And it counts. That's so stupid. So I can get to like 1,000 in seconds. Let's see if it actually brings people up. This is ridiculous. So wait, so if somebody just sits there you go. Somebody's joining. Awesome. So if somebody just sits there, right? What does this count? Let's see. Boom. What does that do? Oh, that's the maximum. You can't go beyond that, I think. Yeah, there you go. Woo! 114 likes Danny sent me. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate you, man. And there's balloons on YouTube that you can't see. It's all together. Wait, what's the logic of this? This is ridiculous. Like somebody can just come up with a chat by themselves, and they can just do this, and it brings a bunch of people. Well, I guess it makes sense. I'm glad I helped there, Turn Max. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, actually, I'm glad, by the way, Funkworm, that you reminded me to think of Science Click. I highly recommend it to everybody. All his stuff is amazing. 333, yo. That's the perfect number. Okay. Well, there's something. You know what's funny? Because I keep going back and forth in the comments to see if I missed something, and I saw this comment again. Yeah, okay, whatever, rich boy. There's something about being called a rich boy that actually makes me feel really good. That would be, I want to be called that. That would be great. Jesus number. Is it 333? Perfect. Perfect. Is C5 related somehow to Jesus? I know C4 can't be. It's just explosions. So, okay, guys. Today's chat is super, super short. I gotta go. And tomorrow we'll talk about the difference between panpsychism and idealism. And obviously it will branch out. We'll talk about all kinds of fun things. So thank you everybody for coming on today for a super short one. Peace and love, everybody. Love you all. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow. And thank you, YouTube, as well. We'll see you everybody tomorrow. Danny, Jack, Nathan, thank you guys. See you tomorrow.